Lawyerist. Today, I'd like you to join me on a tour that I took of Rocket Matter's business intelligence tools. Now, these tools were recently released with their premier tier. Have a look and see how you might use these in your own practice.
Now, the BI tool is going to give you the ability to create custom reporting that's for your firm. With the things like originator and realization are becoming more and more and more important. And even, I'm sure you've taken a look at Larry's book. In the lean, the average matter values, the throughput rates are all things that people are taking a look at to get more efficient and bill more creatively so that they can bring in more revenue. So these reports have become very, very well used as well. Now, one of the reports I created was here, just a basic AR report. And I'm just going to edit. So on the left here, you're going to see that we have 5 different sets of data. And the most important thing to realize with Rocket Matter's business intelligence tool is you're not going to be able to mix, say, invoices, which is what I'm using here for the report, with activities. And now if I were going to, I'll create a report for you in just a second, but it's just a matter of pulling over data sets to create what you want. And here, I've just created the basic AR report, and I've used create a date. I've grouped by matter. And in our columns, I've pulled in column name, matter name, invoice ID, fees, costs, and so on. And to run the report, it's just coming here and clicking run report. And on the run report, because I have the grouping by matters up here, I can dig down into these, and it's going to take me to more specific information. So I can see the AR and the aging here.
Okay, so it's more, I don't want to call it a dynamic report, but it's a report. It's not static. It's not just a piece of paper. You're able to navigate through it.
Exactly. If you're using groupings and report filters, if you just use columns, it will be straight static, and I'll use just straight columns with the next report.
Okay.
Now, I also have the option to export all of these to Excel. So if there's something that I want to do differently, I can export out to Excel and go from there.
Okay. Yeah, because you could, if you wanted to do pivot tables or something like that, or frankly, you could probably even combine, I don't know how somebody would want to do it, but probably combine some of these, the matter rates versus the invoices or something like that using an Excel spreadsheet. But this gets the information there.
Exactly. And if I wanted to, say, do something different to this report, I can actually go back to the main page and copy this report so that I don't mess up what I have here. I might just have an ARV2 or something like that. It's very easy to copy as well. I'm going to actually close this, and we're going to pretend like we're going to create a new report.
And this method right here looks familiar for creating reports. This isn't something, that is just completely out there. This absolutely looks familiar, and I think it's something that the people would be able to hit the ground running using.
Yeah, and I think it takes a little bit of time to understand the differences between report filters and grouping and columns, but once you have that and you feel good about it, it's fairly easy to use. Now, this one, I'm just going to actually use matter rates, but if you just you have a very easy ability to search. And if I come in here and I type in CF, Rocket Matter also pulls in all of the custom fields for matters and or contacts. So you can actually build even more dynamic reports because the custom fields that you've used are going to allow you to dig a little deeper. So maybe you want to see matters that have, where the, you have, different types of matters, simple divorce, or, the married, yes, those types of things. Now, as I come down here, the next one is contacts and clients. We have invoices, we have matter rates and matters. So I'm going to use the matter rates report here, and I'm going to pull over, and it's just as simple as and matter name, users, and next one's rates. Effective date. I'll move these around in just a second so they're in order that I like. Client name. And I can even go, we can go a little further and say we can filter by is active. So I can see just the active rates. And all of the filters have these drop downs here. So, in the sense of is active, it's yes or no. But if you want to drill down and see something by a date range, you can do that with most of the data sets as well. We'll say client name, matter name, users, rates, and effective dates. Now, I haven't saved this or anything like that, but I'm able to run it to see if it's the way I like. And here's kind of something that's a little bit more static. And you can see here, we've got Annabelle Sanchez, her rates at 325. We've got Christina Costa, the rates for my users here, Sally Jones, Craig Bierko are 325. So it's very easy to see. And here you've got the ability to export to Excel as well. And so it's pretty straightforward. And if I wanted to name this and save, and it's pretty easy, pretty simple. And the nice part is they're all saved right here on this page. Also, this is an area where you can give people access to view these reports or not access to view these reports. So if it's, say, a law clerk and you don't want them into this area, and the granular permissions will take care of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Any questions on that?
No, I don't think so. That's pretty straightforward. Like you said, it's you have to get used to what those three kind of buckets are, but I think that's very much how a lot of other report software handles that. I know HubSpot does it that way. It's very familiar with HubSpot and some other software I've used.
Yeah, and also with our FAQs and our training videos. The training video, there's about a 15-minute training video on this, makes it very easy to wrap your arms around. Now, the other thing that you might stumble on, is grabbing something and understanding, say, what does effective date mean?
Right.
Inside of our FAQs, all of these are listed. So you can actually grab the FAQ list, have it on one screen as you're building things, and understand it.
I've definitely had to do that before. and you were showing me before this that y'all have a pretty in-depth kind of documentation, video documentation or how-tos on the website.
I would say that there's easily 200 FAQs as well.
Okay.
And they're all step-by-step instructions with up-to-date pictures. So it's not something that you're looking for and you're not seeing the correct matching picture.
Right.
So it makes it very easy to kind of get your arms wrapped around it. And support's also part of your subscription. So if you're stuck on something, we're a phone call or a chat away and we can walk you through it.